Yes, that is actually right.
Yeah,
right.
It's because it's mid lane Matilda.
Yeah, it's mid lane Matilda. He's running the Rupture too. And I gotta say, Assassin Emblem offers a lot to burst mages in the early game. Even better than the Mage Emblem. But in terms of sustained damage, going to the mid to the late game, the Mage Emblem is still better. But if you're going for all-in early game, this is the setup that you want.
Yeah, no, you have like a little baby Divine Glaive, right? You have the penetration in you.
Yeah.
So I can expect for the Wisps to sting a little more. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
This lineup also puts a lot of pressure onto Dominic and the Paquito to have a really good game. Because Echo have a good amount of sustainability, have a good amount of damage. Blacklist, again, might end up having the same problem as the first game. A lack of damage, if they're not careful.
And now Blacklist International will have a slight lead in terms of clearing. Surprising that Carl Casey didn't receive any help securing this first buff, but he does go for the Joy Tech. Actually, is hard to pull off. I tried to do that in my ranked games. I resetted my orange buff level when I cried.
It looks so easy to do, it looks so smooth, but not gonna happen. Check this out. With 5 and 4 games MVP respectively, Sanji and Carl Tizzy are in the lead for the season, season 12 in MVPs. Wow.
And I feel like that's a stat that justifies our statement earlier that Sanji is really doing well in the regular season this season.
Yeah.
Prime Sanji.
Prime Sanji. P.S. Prime Sanji.
Prime Sanji. I mean, it shows. Stats don't lie. And it's not just him also. It's something about... It feels like a reinvigorated partnership between him and Sanford.
Yeah.
Like the Sansan duo got even better after like a little bit of a dip, and then they're popping off again.
Sansan Duo Part 2.
Oh, I wonder, it's like in every trilogy, the second one is the worst, you know?
Whoa!
Like,
You take that back. Empire Strikes Back, it doesn't mean it.
I didn't even watch Star Wars.
Harry Potter.
Is it Harry Potter?
No, that's Chamber of
No,
Secrets.
that's
Chamber of the Secrets.
I'm right for the first
One of the best.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Anyways, all right, talking about the rotations, right? Check it out. Kimpoi is something tells me maybe Kimpoi kind of overloaded. It's because Rindo hit level 4 later than Carl Tizzy. There's a EXP gap between these two. Check it out.
Yeah, and Echo will be starting this turtle, and Sanford right now is in prime position to zone out 2 people, but looks like JP's in trouble!
Flickering on out, penalty zone coming in with a stolen heavy spin, and now Carl Tizzy forced to respond. There's some damage. Oh, but nobody died quite yet. Kimpoi very low. In comes Dominic. Oh, with a knockout punch, serving up to UF. First blood. Here comes Sanji. Not enough damage quite yet. Nakako not leaving much to the imagination as Blacklist goes ahead, capitalizes, taking over the turtle.
Hell of a combo there by Dominic, and you saw one of the problems here with the lineups of Echo is that, yes, it's an Assassin Emblem Matilda, but it's not going to deal damage in the way that you expect it to. It puts the pressure onto Carl Tizzy to deal the damage. Even though Sanford got a beautiful penalty zone in, Blacklist International has a good amount of utility and trumps them on the mid laner damage side that they just got to completely leave Sanford out of Echo's range.
And now Echo is behind by 600 gold. First turtle of the game also going to Blacklist. A lot of vision coming in from Kimpoi, and they're protecting their late game insurance here. Owl, but looks like Yua wouldn't really get a lot of damage coming out from Sanji.
Close call. Sanji didn't have the follow through. JP was there. There just wasn't any cores. Benny Cutie wasn't there. Carl Tizzy wasn't there. So yeah, for the first time in this whole series, 3 minutes and a half in, Blacklist are in control.
And this is really good for Blacklist because it's taken a lot of effort. But JP!
Oh no, heavy spin, catches one. JP very low. Quick to dead a bull like a matador as Rindo gets him.
That was such a great engage coming in from Rindo, and looks like Echo trying to strike back here. Going in for Owl!
Sanji calls it off. He sees Yue in the back, and Yue with his own trying to finish. Carl Tizzy cancels it off, and Benny Cutie looking to take it. And that's the holy baptism, canceling Benny Cutie's flight out of here, and now Sanji getting down. Blacklist 3-0, almost 2K ahead, 4 minutes in.
Talked about the Rafaela. You saw it in action there. Hell of a holy healing and a hell of a holy baptism by Kimpoi.
And now the agents go wild. You can hear the crowd just screaming out with the kills coming in for Blacklist International, but now Stanford
40.
might be in trouble. 2v1.
40. Oh, all right, close call. If Blacklist forced that, no one would respond. Sanford would have just died.
Yeah, true. And now Echo will be trying to go for the next objective, but a perfect game so far for Blacklist International.
Yep.
And mind you, this is still a debuting squad, and they're doing this against Echo.
Yeah, they take their condition. Who gets this turtle?
Check it out. Easy dashing on through. You can count the stacks. Turtle at a fifth of its health. And there's a Minoan Fury. Rindo still scores! And JP very low. In comes a stolen Circling Eagle, drawing a line between Blacklist and Echo. Another win for Black.
A 4-0 and 2 turtles for Blacklist International. It's like game 1 didn't even happen, man.
Daze is woke.
Yeah, that's what you want to see from a young squad trying to bounce back from a very difficult loss. And Echo, they're getting too eager. They already know. Oh, wait. Wow.
Double heavy spin caught by Rindo. And that's all she wrote. Yue kills Benny Cutie. And just like that, Echo are left reeling, even behind their own tier 1. JP's in trouble. Can JP survive? There's a knockup, motivational roar, not enough. Yue gets another, a delayed double kill for the Magic Man.
6-0, a 3K gold lead. Blacklist International is just pushing up the tempo. Talk about racing against the Echo Express.
Kimpoy again. Rafaela. He waited for the last possible moment that the heavy spin was about to run out, and then he let out a holy baptism, increasing the control time on the members of Echo who were caught there. They couldn't move. They watched their deaths slowly unfold before their eyes. Now both marksmen have a corrosion scythe, so it's still quite close. A small lead here there for Al. But what we were talking about, that Blacklist might not have enough damage, we're well past that. They were able to do their winning condition for the early game perfectly. It's not Echo with a massive lead. It's not them trailing. It's Blacklist leading.
Wow, such a great game from this young squad early on in this game, and they're still trying to get more. They're going in for the outer tier turrets, and looks like they're going to be able to take down the gold lane one, and they're going to be transitioning to the next turtle, which should be the last turtle of the game. Carl TZ, however, still around that pit, already blows out the electrifying beats, which means they might be giving off this turtle for free.
It's the last turtle of the game. 7 minutes in. Blacklist first to the scene. All 5 members there. Benny Cutie off camera. Let's see what happens here. Turtle already started on. Approaching half health. Yue has the Circling Eagle stolen. And Blacklist is going to take it. Echo concedes that one.
3 turtles already secured for the side of Blacklist, and this will speed up the items for Owl as well. Golden Staff already locked in for this carry. One of the best items that you could buy for this hero.
But at this point, Echo need to adjust how they play here. Need to be a little bit more careful. Yes, they have 2 carries, but both of them still trying to chase for damage. And it has their condition for comfort for their lineup has completely slipped out of their hands. They're just going to need to try to fight for control, buy a little bit more time for Benny Cutie to get aside them. So with the DHS, he should be relatively okay. And Carl TZ, good news for Echo on the other hand, is that they're still able to get farm. Somehow Carl TZ is still finding farm.
Yeah, and now bot lane.
Here we go. That's the caca and the heavy spin.
No!
And that's the Holy Baptism stunning Sanford. He goes down. Oh, the shutdown. Benny Cutie takes down Rindo 1 for 1 so far. Here comes Carl TZ coming in. A little too late to the party. He was dealing with Dominic.
You know, that could have been a deadly, deadly flight coming in from Benny Cutie if he was able to fly it up, but the last attack killed the target, you know?
Yeah, he wasn't able to press the ultimate just in time. And I think even if he was able to get it off, they'd still have a holy healing in their kit, and then they'd be able to run away. Carl TZ, there are probably people wondering, why didn't he go for the flank while the members of Blacklist International were running away? Carl TZ didn't have his ultimate. He didn't have electrifying beats when Blacklist was trying to retreat from that.
He still doesn't have it.
And he still doesn't have it.
And I do feel like he has been using electrifying beats to clear faster, considering that they are behind. Let's see if they're going to be able to secure at least a fighting chance the moment that Blacklist decides to take the Lord.
Yep, about 10 seconds away from the first Lord spawning. 9 minutes in. Good news is some members of Echo are actually on par with their counterparts from Blacklist. But yeah, you can't discount this 3K gold lead. Approaching 4K now as Blacklist obliges. Checks in on the Lord Pit. Yue engages on the Sanford. Oh, Dominic punching the guy with a big mallet. Looking for an engagement here. All 5 members of both sides.
Oh,
The penalty
Sanford!
zone by Sanford coming in. Kimpoy very low. Oh, the answer back. JP.
Oh!
Called easy finds Owl. Whoop, whoop. And there's a circling eagle into the back line. Cancelled by Yue. Imagine the range that they can find. And JP here still survives. No one home for those Basts.
Oh, wow. Look at the target acquisition of Echo. The moment that they saw Kimpoy, they went for him.
Oh, hell of a read by Sanford. Committed the flicker just to reach him too. But at this point, Blacklist International can still Lord Dance. It wasn't a big win for Echo, not just yet.
Sanji looking to go for the big knock-up. Misses. Ain't no one home. And that pixel brush. Little Wonder scored by Yue. Dominic sparring with
JP.
2. There's JP
No ultimates.
with a big stomp right there. No Mino and Fury quite yet.
And now both marksmen are just farming up for quite a bit. Looking
Yeah.
for the big fight as the 2 junglers, or rather JP and Rindo, will be holding on to this Lord. Yue stealing away the circling eagle might be crucial for Blacklist as the Sanji gets bursted down.
Oh!
Zone onto 1, and the answer back. Heavy spin.
Too low.
Displacing.
Oh!
Mino and Fury, a huge one at that. JP falls. The follow through in there for Echo.
Blacklist, wow, the discipline that they're showing. Echo can't crack the formation. They can't crack this code. Not just yet. They've lost JP. This Lord looks like it's going to go to Blacklist.
Sanji goes in, cancels it one more time. Lord here. The dance has been
Oh,
going on for
no!
quite a while.
Yue!
Puts Sanford very low, forces to use his flicker. And
No!
Benicuri looking to take to the skies, catches a face full of Holy
Carl!
Baptism. Look at Carl Deasy, finds Owl in the back.
Oh!
Owl goes in for the flicker. Carl Deasy still alive. They're still threading the needle,
Can't.
looking for an engage. Rindo secures.
And Blacklist International securing the Lord. And this is a level 1 Lord, so it doesn't really matter that much. But Blacklist will be able to secure the first major objective of the game. They could potentially snowball out of this one if they ever do get a winning team fight.
One of the problems right now for Benicuri and Echo is that Rindo actually has a blade armor on him. So I don't know how it's happening, but almost all the time it's Rindo who has the mark for the crossbow of Tang on him. And if you're Benicuri, you're not going to unleash your crossbow of Tang on him, even though he's already low. The risk of you receiving that damage instead and getting bursted down for Dominic and Yue, who are tracking Benicuri and even Carl Teasy so well. It's just Blacklist again, they've sharpened up their fighting. They're tracking their targets really well in team fights. They're avoiding. And Kimpoy is holding on to the Holy Healing and Holy Baptism on for dear life.
I'll tell you how. Rindo's very honest with his heavy spin. He's very honest with his positioning. That's why he has all the stacks. Is because he tries to stand right in front of Benicuri at every given point in the team fight.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of improvement coming in from this squad. Looking at game number 1, it feels like they just went into a hyperbolic time chamber, improved significantly, and went off to fight Echo in game number 2. Who knows? One of them might have been a time traveler. Look at this one.
Maybe.
But maybe, looking back in this game, though, Blacklist International, they've been performing quite well in terms of positioning and weaving in and out of the fight, especially with this Rafaela.
All right, with that said, it looks like both teams looking for river bush control. Blacklist first to the scene, and they're just trying to set up the waves. A minute away and change from this next Lord.
Oh,
And JP spots a couple, heavy spin, pins him down, still alive, and he's going to get popped here. Owl gets the kill. Sanji with the circling eagle pushing away from each other. Yue does the same. And just like that, Echo are a man down.
The tank can't even check bushes at this point. What did Echo do in terms of visions, Red Marble? Wait a minute.
trying.
Do they find the fight? Neither skittish.
Yeah. It's a wonder for me as to why it's not Sanji and JP being a little bit more in sync of checking shrubs together. It's more like, okay, JP will check, Sanji will just be there just in case he'll need to get away. And like, more reactive. If they're more proactive together with how they're checking shrubs, it should work out a little bit better for Echo in terms of getting the information. But again, we're seeing it's a big problem right now, this Rafaela for Echo, especially even in team fighting. The adjustment that a Holy Healing provides with the movement speed, it really throws off your opponents. And you see even Carl Teasy, there were previous team fights where he thought he'd be able to get a dash in, but he just wouldn't be able to because there was a target that he missed. Because they have increased movement speed. Just like a pixel or two past Carl Teasy's range as a joy.
And now the second Lord of the game, Luminous 1, Blacklist starting it. Lindo will be the one holding it with a great position and formation coming in from Blacklist International. They do find Sanford, goes in!
Penalty zone, plus the Minoan Fury still pending. There's a big knockup, looking for some damage. JP once more falls, and there's not enough damage. Carl Teasy gets popped, 2 for none. The exchange as Blacklist International asserts dominance, taking their second Lord.
Benny's trying to steal the purple. Oh, he stole it just in time. But wow, Yue making the most out of that flicker. One more pop from the electrifying beats and he was out of there, but he got the flicker out just in time, surviving himself.
And wow, I'm quite confused here because Benny Cutie was way down bottom lane and Echo decided to go all in without their marksman. I wasn't quite sure what they were expecting out of that exchange, but they were able to secure the purple buff and the turret. Was it worth it though?
I think Echo were thinking that they'd be able to burst down 1, maybe even 2 targets because the set was there. It was a great entry by Sanford and even better Minoan Fury from JP. And Carl Teasy just built up the Divine Glaive. It might have been just a slight overestimation of Echo's ability to get a double kill.
No, yeah. I mean, it was a perfect entrance coming in from the Minoan's Fury. And now Blacklist trying to get Sanford here.
Rindo finds Sanford, and Sanford does spend the flicker, and now the defense. Lord gonna wail away, take out Echo's top lane inhibitor, and no deaths, no casualties, but Blacklist happy with what they got.
Yeah, Carl Teasy looking to defend Echo space, and he is the richest guy right now. The last time that we did check the gold earned, so that means Carl Teasy could potentially burst down Owl if he does find him, and I do feel like Owl doesn't have that much of magic resist, depending if he does have a rose gold meteor.
Blacklist answered this Joy jungle pick really well, and they're answering the 1-1 really well in team fighting. Not with their draft mainly, but just with how they're moving. They're really watching out for the marks of the 1-1, making sure that the wrong target isn't the one who gets the receiving end of the crossbow of Tang. Because right now, this Blacklist squad is just playing really well to their strengths, to their lineup, and they're watching out and respecting what they weren't able to do in game number 1.
Oh no, this is dangerous. Oh! In the 4, taken out just as quickly. And he learned 40 seconds until the young goat joins the fight.
That's like a 0.5-second burst down. The moment that he entered the bush, he just didn't see the day of light anymore, the light of day.
He disappeared.
He disappeared.
Yeah, this is Yue on his signature Valentina, and this is Echo out of sync. They're not in sync as they were in game number 1. The Echo that we saw in game number 1 it doesn't feel like the same Echo we're seeing here in this game number 2. They look completely out of it, kind of frustrated in some ways, forgetting their fundamentals in terms of like checking things together, knowing that what they're up against.
So I do think that Echo right now is testing quite a bit.
That's
like,
right.
This is not the Echo that we're used to seeing.
If anything, this is a game 1 Echo from round 1. We've seen Echo do this before when they would try certain drafts, certain positions, certain roles, and results vary.
Yeah, and right now it's not working well for Echo, but you know, they still give respect to their enemies. They're trying really hard right now to recover from the mistakes that they made.
Dare I say, this is the best version of Echo's mess around and find out draft. But Blacklist just answered it so well. And now I don't think Echo were also seeing that it would end up like this. Look at the formation of Blacklist and compared to the formation of Echo.
It's so tight.
Yep.
And JP walks in. He's going to get his immortality popped here unless Carl Teasy puts a few beads on him. Still alive. Yue looks to finish him off. Down he goes. And Echo are just dispersed. They are split across the river. And Yue can't even ask Sanji to finish that.
Oh, they fight Benny!
And now Benny Cutie in trouble.
Oh,
Boy comes in, gets the cleanse. JP tries to save his ally, and JP still alive. Immortality in tow. The 2 for none, though. It's dangerous for the Orcas.
And this is an Evolved Lord already in the hands of Blacklist International. There's no way that Echo could secure this or steal it away. And now Blacklist could potentially send this into game number 3 with 1 game-ending push.
It's all black, dude.
All black. What's going on, Echo? They're falling for the same tricks over and over again. Walking into a shrubs, getting bursted down. Blacklist have just read Echo now. They've recovered from the devastating game 1 loss, and Echo's reeling. Echo's at the brink BenQ and Carl cannot find any room whatsoever to maneuver because JB's going down fast. Blacklist see him, Blacklist melt him.
And you know, when we look at this game, we have to give credit to Blacklist International. They've played really differently compared to game number 1. Granted that they adjusted some things in the draft.
They've adjusted. I think you can say the same about Echo. But there's no use crying over spilled milk. We're already mid-game, and now Owl put down very low, looking for the circling eagle. Finally finds him, Sanji,
No way!
with the shutdown. And now deep inside their jungle, Sanji's just gonna go here. There's no way Sanji survives this one. He gets popped by Dominic. 1-for-1, the exchange, and there's a Lord inside Echo's base.
Yep.
But that's a crucial kill. That's the marksman of Blacklist already gone. It's now a 4v4. Owl already out for Blacklist means BenQ is the highest damage dealer in this entire fight.
And with that, Echo just cleaning up house. Gentlemen, I'd hate to say it, but might this be a tempo breaker for Blacklist?
Yep.
Because they
Might
just back
be.
off. They just back off.
They're going to push forward now. Carry's gone, still 17 seconds. Athena's shield already built up for the 1-1. JP has it earlier, but it doesn't feel like he does. That's how much damage Blacklist International is doing. But yeah, massive tempo breaker there. Hell of a catch, hell of a call by Carl Tizzy to say, and I think he was saying, ito, in English, this one here.
And it takes so much skill for Sanji and Carl Tizzy to pull it off in a 2v5 where the main objective for Blacklist International is to protect Owl at all costs. Well, I guess that's why he's one of the best joys in the entirety of Manila or the Philippines or global. I don't know, dude.
One or the
It's a high
other.
ranking. It's a high ranking. I know. He's a top Philippines joy.
Top Philippines joy. That's how you know.
It's about to happen. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now look at this. Another big fight waiting to happen. JP engages first. Flick.
Oh!
And now on Fury on 4. And they're looking to finish the job.
He couldn't
Owl
reach it.
in the back line. Oh.
He couldn't reach him.
All right. They back off. Respect from both teams.
Yeah, and I do think that Blacklist, they know for a fact that the Echo squad does have the damage to burst down their carry. They just have to make sure that the carry cannot be reached at any point of the game.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's easy when you have an Akai with you plus a Rafaela. It's so easy to protect Owl here. And I mean, credit also to Owl. He's positioning really well. I mean, Echo's Hail Mary play, that was a huge gamble to try and take down Owl, which they did, actually. But now with 2 minutes, or 80 seconds to be more specific, before JP's flicker comes back, Echo's going to be tempering their expectations for team fighting just a little bit. Because right now, that flicker ult coming in from the Minotaur, JP's use of it is what's countering a little bit of what Kimpoy's readjustment in positioning is being provided by the Holy Healing.
Yeah. It closes the gap, essentially. It
Closes the gap
neutralizes.
there, thank you,
It
yes.
neutralizes the weave. And now they go into the bush. And circling eagle by Sanji cancels it out. And they both get dispersed. Wow. What a show of respect. Like two Kung Fu martial artists from the late 80s just...
And they do nothing. They stare at each other.
Exactly.
They know for a fact that the big objective is right in front of their faces.
Oh.
Now Yue bursts down 3 people in one go. What a great engage coming in from Blacklist, and now they pull the Lord towards their side.
Yeah, so difficult right now for BenQ Swan to get an even great angle here. Again, relatively unsupported in this lineup where he's going to be the main damage dealer alongside Carl Tizzy's Joy. Everyone's so tanky right now, the positioning of Blacklist. We haven't gotten a very high impact crossbow of tank just yet. Watch out for the minion waves in mid because that might force a reaction by Echo to send someone back. And once Blacklist sees one member of Echo who went back to clear, they might just go full on the Lord already. You see BenQ there, they see it. Are they going to mid? Oh, they just reset it at the same time.
And 2 people from the side of Blacklist as well actually leave with the Paquito. Going to show up top lane. Now Echo, they're going to try to push their advantage, their numbers advantage here in the Lord area.
Yep. Back-to-back, a majority of team fights that have happened in the past 5 minutes. Both teams just spend maybe half their ults and then back off. We're waiting for another big team fight to hit critical mass. Better positioning from both of them. JP's flicker already off, and Kimpoy's waiting. About 30 seconds. Oh no, Echo here has a slight advantage.
Sanford picked up a Hunter Strike just so that they could eke out a little bit more damage because they need it. Compared to the Paquito, yeah, the Triz is going to set, but the damage department, Paquito's better with that.
And there's the penalty zone spent up already. Oh, Blacklist on the defense right now. A lot of key skills, though, in positioning revealed by Echo.
Yeah, and no penalty zone means Blacklist International, they do hold the team fight advantage here. Yue still poking down Sanji, half HP on this Lord. Another combo coming in from Dominic, and no response coming in from Echo. Carl Teasy safely and surely waiting for his moment to go in.
Oh, potion by Benny Cutie, by the way.
That's right. He just wants to take the skies, man.
Yeah, that's just all damage.
Oh, this is the lowest the Lord has been so far in this dance. 24 minutes in, and Carl Teasy finds the engage. And they're going to blast the Lord. They're going to blitz it. And there's a holy healing and a holy baptism. Cancelled out by a penalty zone. And Lord Very plus a Minoan Fury. Sanji comes in, but JP falls. That's another one. Sanji as well. But the members of Blacklist are still up. All 5 members, Yue with the forward flicker. And Echo are sent back.
And the Lord is already secured for the side of the Orcas, but can Benny save it all? Kimboy teasing him a bit with that 1 stack left, and it's a 3v5 in the base of the Orcas.
Echo need to clear the waves because Blacklist, they smell blood in the water. Blacklist can finish.
Wave clear.
This could hit critical mass because there's way too many minions. Oh, penalties on the 2.
Here comes
Where's
the
the
Lord.
damage? Where's the damage? Sanford falls. Body Smith unable to keep him alive. Benny Cutie takes the skies. Down goes Yue. 4 members here. Carl Teasy still alive. Sentry sent up. He needs vision. Oh, Echo holding on. 2v4. 2v4. Carl Teasy
20
in the back.
seconds on Sanji and JP.
Still a big wave up top. The waves in mid. Benny Cutie not gonna go through. He doesn't have an ult, folks. Carl Teasy gonna get popped here.
Wave!
Immortality down. Watch the wave. Carl Teasy's down. It's a 1v4.
Oh, he cleared it.
4v1. Where's JP? 2 seconds in.
Sanji 2 seconds as well. And Echo,
Wow.
they've done a quite impossible defense against Blacklist. What exactly happened there, Renmar?
Now, Carl Teasy, his call to get into the face of 4 members of Blacklist and say, I will delay this middle minion wave as long as I can. And Benny Cutie's footwork to survive for as long as he could. That was one of the most impressive defenses I've ever seen in my entire career.
A 2v4, a 1v4, and they saved the Lord this whole time?
Dude, that felt like it was an orchestrated moment.
An orchestrated.
An orchestrated moment for Echo, and wow. It's one of those things that shows you why Echo is a world champion to begin with.
They're both putting on a show right now, these 2 teams. We have to go back to how Blacklist International handled that Lord fight. Carl Teasy won the Lord, but Blacklist responds again. They're handling Benny Cutie's 1-1 so well. He can't get a substantial crossbow of Tang in. Owl has great positioning. Yue, Dominic showing off why these are their comfort picks. Kimboy hasn't died yet. This Rafaela is a problem. But then, just when you thought Blacklist would end it, it took Carl and it took Benny and a whole lot of skill and heart to try and defend, and they did. What a sequence by both of these 2 squads.
You know, it's very rare to find a defensive play a highlight, but that is worthy of a top 1 play.
Yeah, I mean, if some teams are good at team fighting or turning at Lord dances, yo, Echo just showed him, yo, we got some defense as well.
And that is something that might even win them the game if they ever secure the next Lord, because that's going to be a big one. And Blacklist International, they still hold the lead, but it doesn't matter anymore considering that everyone has locked in all of their items.
That's right. I mean, I'll tell you now, even if Echo don't win, the fact that they've held on this long, given the almost 10k gold lead Black got on them in the first 15, 16 minutes of the game, this is uncharted territory for most teams who have been on the receiving end of such an amazing early game. Rindo, though, alongside Kimboy, all right.
And
again,
it's already 28 minutes in.
Oh no, we're approaching an all-time limit maybe.
Oh, Sanford, you gotta run. You're gonna lose that tower if he doesn't get there in time. I think he will.
Yeah, that's a long lane.
Yeah, that's gone.
Take
That's
care.
gone.
Take care of the long lane. Nope, not gonna happen. All right, here we go. Blacklist with the turn. Dominic finding JP and Benny Cutie. They don't know where Carl or Sanji is. Lord here, 3/4 of its health, still up.
That's really good positioning by Carl Teasy and Sanji.
Yep.
And a tight formation as well coming in from Blacklist. Carl Teasy still unseen by the agents. This might just be a big Lord steal if they ever finds that path. But Rindo is well guarding this Lord well. Blacklist International, they're delaying this fight as much as possible.
Kimboy's gonna check.
And
Oh,
he spots
spotted him.
That's it. I don't know if Sanji wants to hold this position, huh? Check it out. Sanford can't join. Sanford's maybe 5-6 seconds away. And now Blacklist with the turn. Oh, Lord here, 1/3 of its health left. Where are you going? This dance has gone on for a little too long. Benny Cutie is visible, so is Sanford, and it's gonna get reset.
Yeah, another reset. One of the longer Lord dances that we've ever seen as of late, and now Blacklist bringing back the Lord dance. This has been around 2 minutes in, and we're still here.
Owl with the potion as well. Essentially, it's always a 5v4 because of the minion waves of Blacklist International bottom lane. Sanji all ready for it to use the Circling Eagle.
Yeah,
this isn't good look for Echo.
Lord here, a fourth of its health. Carl Teasy spots a few in that bush. Yue spits out some damage.
He's waiting for dashes to come back, Carl Teasy.
And Sanford very far off. Lord here, a fifth of its health. Rindo holding it hostage. And it is going to be a hard reset this time around.
Oh, wow. It's like this Lord dance already going in past 2 minutes. Blacklist International really forcing the issue against Echo. And that's a Circling Eagle V2 for you. You can pull back any time.
And that's really good by Sanji because they were able to find where Owl is. But again, the pressure that Dominic is putting on the map. At some point, someone needs to pull the trigger here. Echo need to be in sync with checking that right shrub because that's the most deadly spot right now for Blacklist.
And now Echo in a big disadvantage in this fight. And Owl looking for a good flank with Dominic. Essentially a 4v5 here in this Lord. Who will pull the trigger first?
And another Circling Eagle. Again, cooldowns are coming off. JP forces Dominic to commit.
Oh!
There's a big Minoan Fury looking for damage. Rindo with a heavy spin. No one home for the Holy Baptism except the tail end hitting JP. And just like that, Echo says, we're going to go for the call. We're going to go for the turn. And they disengage. Everyone from Blacklist still safe. And same for Echo, but Sanford still in the base. Still defending. Sanji with another Circling Eagle. Cancels it out. And Ben Cutie looking to take to the skies. Not enough stacks. Watch what Dominic's doing.
Really good positioning by Dominic.
4v5 scenario here. Blacklist holds the numbers advantage. Stunts up JP, but only for a while. Ben Cutie looking for a very aggressive position. Lord is on critical point.
A tenth of its health. Looking for a quick retribution. Rindo and Caldisi both very clear, both very nearby. Penalty zone to flicker away from out. Rindo scores! And Rindo walking away with the win. Check it out. Because they're very low. The turn from Echo. Owl's still alive. He has a crossbow! And there it is. Dominic gets his immortality popped and they get away. Sanji looking for one, cancels it out. No casualties. Lord scored by Black.
And 3 massive waves for the side of Blacklist as well. Echo has to clean up shop, and there's a lot of dirt in the map.
Rindo, what a retry. Carl Teasy, a fraction of a second late. And a Blacklist, can they end it here? Oh, the damage of the Sanji!
One more time! Yue goes. Carl Teasy threading the needle, gets out of there. Oh, that's a big Lord. Not even half of its health yet, 2/3 in. And Echo have to do a lot of work. Echo need to clear this out. No waves down bottom. Big Holy Baptism. And now, Rindo looking for one. Minoan Fury finds Carl Teasy, gets him up against the wall. Penalty zone spent in by Sanford.
Look at Benny.
Pop one.
Crossbow!
Benny goes up, takes it to sky.
Fights Kimboy!
Pagyo, first death on Kimboy, served up by Benny.
And still, no clear victor. Blacklist International not being able to finish this. Echo defending with low HPs. Blacklist, this is one of the longest games already.
Folks, call your friends, tell your family, put it on MPL-PH, whether it's the English stream or the Filipino stream. Just tell them to watch this game and watch this series. The call for Benny Cutie to just go around and get that crossbow of Tang to take down Kimboy was crucial for the defense of Echo.
That's masterful resource counting. I don't think anyone would, in their right minds, would say, Benny, force it. Benny, get in there. I know you're going to take to the skies. You're going to fly. You're going to crossbow Tang. They spent all their skills. Do it.
Benny was loco.
Benny's very loco, man.
He's loco.
He's loco. These kinds of defense, they don't happen in my ranked games, bro. These are well-orchestrated defenses.
And to think this is Blacklist's new roster's trial by fire. And they're fighting against Echo in a 34-minute game in their second game in the entire league.
Hashtag it's harder in the Philippines.
It is.
It's likely that now Blacklist International's endurance, their stamina, and their mental constitution are getting tested right now. That's this part of the trial by fire.
Yeah.
And looking at this trial, looks like Echo is starting to establish themselves around the map, which is a big step if you look at 10 to 15 minutes ago where they were essentially trapped inside their base.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. If you were Blacklist earlier and you're like 12 minutes in, 30 minutes in, it's over, easy game, game 3. But no! About 20 minutes later, how are we still here?
Oh, Echo have adjusted their fighting as well. For a good amount of this game, we have been praising Blacklist International and their skill counting and watching out for very specific things. Echo have done the same thing, Dominic!
They spend the flicker, and now Dominic can go down after all the ult spent in by the members of Echo, and that's Dominic pop. What's the Lord looking like? Oh, that was relatively free! That was relatively free from Echo!
That was relatively free, 80 seconds on Dominic, and this is the first crack in Blacklist's 30-minute game, dude.
Yeah, and for the longest time, they can finally 5v4 Blacklist, because essentially it's been 5v4 versus Echo, because Sanford's just been clearing.
Now the foot's on the other shoe.
Yeah.
For the first time in this series, it's Blacklist who's a man down. And now Echo gonna go look for the blitz. They're gonna take away this Lord real quick, might even turn on Blacklist. And how does Blacklist recover? Another big test for this new roster.
Echo needs to turn. Echo needs to turn.
Oh, they find Rito. The crossbow's there.
Oh, and he goes to the skies. And with that, Blacklist really have to play very carefully. Kimpoy
Rindo
takes a few hits. Lord here at a fifth of his health.
Oh!
And in comes Daddy JP. Another one. Big Minoan Fury keeps him up. And JP very low. Benny Cutie goes for another one. Penalty zone coming in, popping the immortality on Kimpoy. Out also very low. Kimpoy gets taken out here. One more hit. Bang! From Sanford. And that's another man down for Blacklist.
2 people out for Blacklist, and this might be a free Lord for Echo. How did we go in this scenario, Renmar? 36 minutes in, it's a topsy-turvy game.
We broke the record.
We broke the record. It's now the longest game, and holy crap, man, what are we watching here? This is truly top-tier action. Not just by Blacklist, but by Echo. The sidestepping. In the middle of that sequence when we thought Benny Cutie would be able to gank, he even bought an immortality for himself.
How can you sidestep?
He sidestepped that.
While buying, bro.
Sidestep shopping, man.
Sidestepping while buying.
I can't even walk while buying.
Sometimes he can't even read.
Oh, that's a clear Lord take. The easiest Lord by Echo this game so far. I remember that first Lord they got. That came at the price of 2 dudes. But this one is free.
It's free. Free real estate for Echo. And now we're about to close in 37 minutes of pure Echo versus Blacklist action. The early game doesn't matter anymore.
Nothing.
Mid-game doesn't matter.
Oh wait, there is something that matters.
The gold lead, nothing matters. The only thing that matters right now is the last team fight.
All right, you know what? There is something that matters. Inhibitors.
Yeah.
The fact that Blacklist still have inhibitors, it means their margin of error is slightly bigger.
Yeah, they're going for a triple wave crash here. Item adjustments by JP. I believe he sold his immortality, trying to readjust. Can't really tell what he's going to be buying next. For the side of Echo, Crown thinks he's still having a hard time maximizing his dashes because of the movement speed adjustments of Kimpoy. Meanwhile, Echo, we have to credit JP here. He's maximizing those knockups of the Minotaur. He's not always getting the picture-perfect Minoan Fury, but of course that enhanced knockup as well that he would get, you know, the resetting factor of the knockups of one Minotaur. He's making the most out of it. That's what he's using to even set up for Echo.
Yeah, and all battle spells available
Oh no,
for this match.
She is in the building. She is casting too as the Lord crashes in through mid lane inhibitor. Another penalty zone coming in. Yancer
But Sanford!
and Sanji cancels the circling eagle and
Crossbow!
Cutie takes to the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lord's still here. The Lord's still wearing away. Down goes Rito. Down
It's
goes
done!
the rest of Blacklist. The streak continues. Echo going 8-0.
And in the longest